it's official. We have a ceasefire. Let's see. Let's look into this here. This just broke earlier. It's just breaking. Sort of. I guess there's a lot of other people talking about it, so we'll get in on this. Trump announces Israel and Iran have agreed to a complete and total ceasefire. President Trump on Monday evening announced that Israel and Iran have agreed to a total ceasefire in 6 hours. Congratulations to everyone. It's been we've heard this before though. So hey, good. I don't want this to go on anymore. I want this to be like a thing where we can kind of move on from this. I understand that there's a history of with Obama giving money to Iraq that built that whole nuclear thing. And I think there was some people, Clintons were involved. There's some money going all around that started this. And so, I guess you could say Trump stepped in a pile of doo-doo. And I get conflicting stories about Netanyahu that he's not as bad as people says he is because there's a deep state like over here that smeared his reputation and that what's going on with him and being in trouble is lawfare. And I've got to look more into that because I'd love that to be the case concerning the fact that him and Trump have sort of warmed up on each other. I want to know that things are moving in the right direction. So please, work with me as I kind of go through this journey of wading through the information warfare. I've got something I want to show you. This is a throwback from way back. I ran across this the other day. Let me see here. Let me get to my post here. Okay, this was way back in 2022 when we were like, oh my gosh, there's people crossing the border that was really bad. Let me see here.
Who I am, but soon you're gonna know who I am. Very easy.
Wow, very easy. The entitlement.
No, believe me, I'm much better than that.
The entitlement, guys. Wow.
You will see soon. If you are smart enough, you will know who I am. But you are really not smart enough to know who I am. But soon you're gonna know who I am. Very easy.
Wow, very easy.
So that was a guy that was spotted coming across the border illegally through the Darien Gap as he made his way up to America, and it's often believed that he's probably a leader or part of the several of many of probably gosh knows how many sleeper cells that currently exist in the United States. Whether or not we have a ceasefire, you've tipped a domino over here. And like I said, I understand there's a lot more layers to just be able to stay out of it. I wish we could, but there's reports that the Iraq did not have a nuclear device, but there was, within hours of the capability, if they needed to, they could assemble one within hours. And so we've heard, like, remember Ukraine, we got a ceasefire, and next day they were back at it again, and so we do know that it seems like China is sort of, it looks like they're helping Iraq a little bit with some weaponry. So there's a lot to be unloaded. So right now, as we speak, what we've got going on is supposedly a ceasefire. But I want to be wrong on this. But every time I see that happen, there's some form of a break of that agreement where somebody does something they're not supposed to. And, of course, there's, back in the Ukrainian days, it was, we didn't get word of it. We didn't know the message hadn't trickled down yet. That's why we fired off some more rounds. We know good and well that wasn't the case. And they blamed it on information not traveling fast enough, stuff like that. And so, I didn't mean to. It was an accident. And then that person gets promoted. That's how you know it was intentional. But I want to, right now, this is good news. But never forget what I showed you on Facebook about this guy right here, because that will be our problem.
The entitlement.
No, believe me, I'm much better than that.
The entitlement, guys. Wow.
You will see soon. If you are smart enough, you will.
He knows. Yep, and those people are doing crazy stuff right now. So we'll see. Thanks, guys. Good news, but we'll see.